For many older adults no longer able to care for themselves at home, a care community is a wonderful option to support independence and to provide assistance with all the little things that were previously a struggle. Sales professionals who work in care communities are responsible to deliver census numbers at or near 100%. Empty beds or apartments equal lost revenue. In my experience, sales professionals in the care industry are in constant transition. It's rare for a salesperson to remain at the same company for any length of time. For those of you in the industry, why is this? For those of you in sales positions, why do you transition so often? In my prior career in brand management for large consumer products companies, there were similar situations. Individuals responsible for developing products and services of high quality, similar to care staff, and the salespeople. Depending on the company, the relationship between these two departments was cooperative, or the departments worked at odds against each other. Department versus department. Battles would occur. Salespeople complained about poor service. Service personnel complained that the salespeople were not selling. If salespeople were unable to sell, they were fired or they moved on. In companies where upper management reinforced teamwork between departments, everyone worked toward the same goal. Departments recognized that the salespeople might sell, but if the service was poor, new customers would eventually become dissatisfied and leave. Does a sales versus service mentality exist in your care community? How does this negatively affect employee morale? Sales departments have thousands of dollars available per move-in to discount rents and to provide incentives to potential residents and referral sources. It's a given that these budgets exist and are to be spent. Moving residents into the community is only half of the equation. The other half is the level of service required to ensure that residents remain residents. The quality of care provided makes or breaks the reputation of a community. Moving residents into communities only to have them leave due to a mismatch in expected levels of care or the experience of poor customer service negatively affects the reputation of a community. Sales staff is under significant pressure to keep their jobs that they sometimes make promises regarding care or services they know can't be provided, just to fill a bed or an apartment. Potential residents have that deer-in-the-headlight look because they have no idea what level of services care communities are able to offer. They have no idea what questions to ask, so they are easily misled by a salesperson needing to sell a room to keep his or her job. Community care staff are on the receiving end of unhappy residents and family members with high expectations that can't be met when the sales department overpromises. Upper management places care staff under pressure to keep rooms filled, even if there are concerns about being able to provide an appropriate level of care. Would care communities be better served by investing more money in training for care staff, instead of spending thousands of dollars to entice residents in the door, only to have them become dissatisfied and leave? Why do executive directors not set equal budgets for sales incentives and training for care staff to raise skill levels to provide a higher level of care? How might having satisfied customers make selling to potential residents much easier? And what about being honest in providing options to residents who need a higher level of care when you may no longer be able to provide that type of care? The ethical treatment of clients and residents supports a positive reputation for all of us working in the care industry. I'm Pamela Wilson of the Caring Generation, an online community of support for family and professional caregivers.